The economic partnership between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Federal Republic of Germany witnessed further expansion and strengthening as two important agreements were signed between Nigeria and German businesses on Tuesday. One was for the supply of gas from Nigeria to Germany, and another for $500 million worth of renewable energy projects in Nigeria. Speaking in Berlin, Germany, at the 10th German-Nigerian Business Forum, President Bola Tinubu said that with a resilient democracy, Nigeria is well primed to attract foreign direct investment. The signing of MoUs was between Riverside LNG of Nigeria and Johannes Schuetze Energy Import AG of Germany on the gas exportation partnership, while the other signed Pact brought together Union Bank of Nigeria and DWS Group on cooperation in renewable energy. And to talk about this further, I'm being joined on the news by the CEO and founder, Integrated Africa Power, Chigozie Nweke. Good morning. Glad to have you join me, Chigozie. What do you make?
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So what do you make of this partnership deal between Nigeria and Germany? What are your hopes for it?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I think that this particular partnership has been primed and also been featured to be quite positive. The president of Germany has been stressing in all his trips, including the recent one he just concluded in West Africa, including Nigeria and Ghana, that he would like to have an eye-to-eye economic relationship with African countries. And he has also been stressing it in a way that would be a win-win situation for both Germany and Nigeria in this case. And so his announcements, the concrete deals that are being signed in form of MOUs are signs that, yes, this is something that is different from rhetorics, and this is something that will work.
Mm. But in what other sectors of Nigeria's economy do you think we can even further, develop partnerships with other countries as a way of generating revenue for the country?
I think one major way, as you have also seen in this particular MOU, is the energy sector, where Nigeria has a lot of gas, and also, of course, as you know, has a lot of natural resources in terms of renewable energies. I think these are really Nigeria's major resource, and has always been Nigeria's major resource, and also happen to be lacking in many parts of the world. Gas is a transition fuel for Nigeria. Many countries also still need gas. As many countries in Europe still also need gas. Germany being inclusive, especially after the Russian war. Germany used to get a lot of its gas from Russia. But of course, Nigeria stands as a gap, as a potential partner to close this gap. So of course, this is a very potential opportunity for Nigeria as well. So it's good that this MOU has been signed. The MOU actually says that up to 850,000 tons can already begin by 2026, and this can already increase to 1.2 million tons per year as time goes on. I think this is a welcome development. As you also saw in this particular MOU, it was also signed for $500 million worth of renewable energy projects in Nigeria, which Nigeria also happened to be blessed with: hydro, solar, especially hydro and solar. So it's important. This will also help to alleviate a lot of energy access within the country. So you can see that the nature of this deal is, first of all, that Nigeria gets to export something that would be an export revenue to the country, and also gets the opportunity to develop energy sector within its own country in order to improve energy access. Of course, beyond the energy sector in general, there is a lot of opportunities elsewhere. We are working on green hydrogen, for instance, and you've been hearing a lot about green hydrogen. Nigeria has the opportunity to pursue green hydrogen as a new vector that could bring in a lot of money in the future. There is also the agricultural sector. There is also which holds ample of opportunities when agricultural products are processed. There's also the opportunity, of course, of human resources. Nigeria is blessed with human resources that will be able to provide very much needed services for good money for Nigeria.
I know you talked about gas being a good export, product for Nigeria to generate revenue for the country. But then again, in recent times, the price for gas has been fluctuating. There's been a rise in the price for gas. What's your own recommendation or measures? While we export this product to countries like Germany, we can also make it locally affordable for Nigerians.
Yeah, of course, there can be a decision about that. If gas local use of gas in Nigeria is costly, we can quickly revert to other means of energy use. I mean, maybe this is a clarion call also to begin to make use of more renewable energy, or an opportunity to begin to make use of more renewable energy. Of course, as Tinubu came in, one of the things that he did was to remove subsidies. I think that this is a very laudable reforms, which now gained him respect in many foreign scenes, including Germany, as you can see. That gave us the true reflection of prices. Now, when a particular energy resource gets high or reflects its real price, it gives opportunity for more competition in the market. This is now an opportunity really for more renewable energy sources, whether it be stove, whether it be electricity, can now also comfortably come in. While gas, if it is still highly costly within Nigeria, can be reserved for export in exchange for export revenues, which is also dearly needed in Nigeria to also balance the exchange rate fluctuations you see. So, in one way or the other, it's still a good idea when you look at it from a very good macroeconomic lenses.
Well, you talked about removal of fuel subsidy by the president, generating respect for the president. Well, Nigerians may think otherwise. But then in closing, what would be your recommendation to this gas sector of Nigeria, the LNG, in fostering more partnerships with many other countries and not only Germany?
Yeah, of course, it started with giving the impression that the market is free and fair without having any undue interfere by the government. I think this is what removal of subsidy signals. Of course, it is important to cushion some of the effects on the ground using other means, but removal of subsidy in a market signals to private sector investors that yes, they can now come in. And this is what you are seeing. Yeah, so this is very important, getting the reforms and policy right. Again, of course, having a welcoming attitude, it also works when you go to countries, having a welcoming attitude to say, we are a stable economy, we have had democracy since 1999, you're welcome to work with us. These are some of the strategies that other African countries use, even though no country is actually perfect. So having that welcoming attitude, as you know, Nigerians are well known all over the world to be blessed, human resource-wise. Nigerians are doing very well wherever you find them, and so people are increasingly noticing this. And of course, this is a very good time for Nigerians, for the government to key into this. Most importantly, when the revenues or external revenues come into the country, it is very, 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 very important that this is used judiciously, and that this is also being planned and used in a transparent way that the masses see, yes, we are going through this temporarily, but we see the impact it will have on the economy in terms of build out of infrastructure to make our lives easier, in terms of social security, in terms of health, easier access to health, easier access to schools, and so on and so forth, because these are the mindset that global north countries use to cooperate with global south countries, especially Nigeria, to say, yes, we do this. In return, we hope to see some of these tangible economic development indices. When this is lost, if corruption takes charge and these resources are wasted, we stand a very, very, very less chance of having a reliable cooperation in the future.
I most sincerely thank you for your time on the news. Chigozie Nweke-Eze, founder, Integrated Africa Power. Thank you so much for your expertise.
Thank you so much for having me.